Hey, what's up everyone? This is Zach, and I am here with an album review for you guys. This is another paid request, this time from Death Metal Elitist, and I got a request to review an album from a black metal band. Black metal, oh boy, definitely my favorite genre of metal, you guys know this. But the band that I got requested to talk about is Nachtmystium. If I said that correctly, Nachtmystium. And their second album, Demise, is the album that I got a request to review. So thank you so much for the request, Death Metal Elitist. It means a lot. Also, if anyone else would like to send in a paid request, you can message me on social media, preferably Instagram, but I also do have Facebook and Discord, so you can message me there as well. And I will give you my Cash App, and we will go from there. Also, PayPal is an option for close friends of mine, so that is definitely something worth keeping in mind. Also, thumbnails. If anyone needs thumbnails made for them, just message me and feel free to let me know if that's something that you need, and we can work something out with that as well. And one other thing that I did want to mention, I do have merch. I have merch on poppoptees.com. So if you want some Zach D Productions merch, just go to Pop Pop Tees. You can find some merch there, and feel free to purchase whatever you would like. So I had to plug the merch for this one as well. I just wanted to let you guys know, if you didn't know already, I do have merch. But Nachtmystium with their second album, Demise. This is their second album, and I read that this is apparently the last album where they were straightforward black metal, which I'm sure in the later albums they experimented more with their sound, played with different ideas. With this album, yeah, you could definitely tell it is straightforward black metal, which, if you didn't know already, I am not a fan of that stuff. I am not a black metal fan pretty much at all. I mean, I didn't hate this album. I won't say that this is a bad album. I mean, I don't think objectively it is bad. It's just not my preferred type of metal, that's all. Like, I'm just not a black metal listener. And I'm just not really too big on extreme metal in general. I mean, the most extreme that I go when it comes to metal is thrash, because I know that some people make the argument that thrash is considered extreme metal. So if you want to say that, okay, then I guess thrash is one of the extreme styles of metal that I do like. And some melodic death metal, some. Very few bands. But that's about it as far as extreme metal for me. Besides that, I like I like new metal, I like metalcore, of course, new wave of British heavy metal, bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, if you want to put them in that category, but I consider Def Leppard more hard rock, but yeah. But black metal has just never been my cup of tea. It's never been my preferred style of metal. With that said, I don't mind the instruments in black metal. And in this album, they're not too bad. I mean, there's some moments where, I thought, okay, I can definitely understand the appeal for this. Even though sometimes it is hard to hear or hard to tell what exactly is going on, in the music. But again, I know that that's kind of the appeal for black metal, And the vocals I'm not too big on. Of course, not just with this band and this album, but just black metal in general. And I believe Blake Judd is one of the main members of this band. And I know that Nachtmystium stopped making music for a while, from what I've read. Apparently, they had, a solid run for a while in the 2000s and into the 2010s, but they stopped making music for a while. Like, they stopped releasing albums for about 10 years before they came back. I think in 2024, last year, they put out their latest album. And I think that was their first album in years. So, pretty interesting. But as for this album, Demise, again, I didn't hate it. I thought, objectively, if you like black metal, this is probably solid. I mean, honestly, I couldn't tell the songs apart whatsoever, so yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm just not really crazy about black metal. I never have been. I've tried to get into black metal a few years ago, but I think that ship has sailed. I think that I just don't see myself ever getting into black metal. That's just the way that it is. But if you do like black metal, I would say that, you know, this is solid. So for a score, now I'm going to give this 2 ratings because, again, I am not a black metal fan, but I'd say as far as black metal standards go, it's probably like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. But as for a bias score or a preference score for me, a personal score for me, as far as my enjoyment score, it's probably like a 4 out of 10, to be honest. Wasn't too crazy about it, but that's not to say that it's bad, though. And that's why I'm giving this 2 ratings. So that's my review for Demise, the second album from Nachtmystium. Never heard of this band before either. So when I heard this band name and I got the request, I'm like, okay, this is going to be some extreme metal, I'm sure. And sure enough, it is. So yeah, but if you like this type of music, that's fine. And Death Metal Elitist, if you like this type of music, that's totally fine. But I do appreciate the request once again, Death Metal Elitist. Even though I'm not a big fan of this type of music, this was cool. This was still cool to check out for sure. You know, so I definitely appreciate that. But anyhow, that just about wraps this up. Let me know what you think. Are you like me? You're not too big on black metal either. Or do you like the genre? Again, if you like it, that's totally fine. To each their own, of course. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Take care and have a good one.